The gloved look, popularized by Michael Jackson, has become all the rage on the NFL's Victory Tour. This reporter was eager to put her finger on the reasons why gloves are grabbing pro football's fancy.
A number of teams are wearing them. I'm not saying they're right or wrong. I want to see if they, in effect, do protect your hands on an artificial field, or if we're going through another fad.
In the NFL's rough and tumble era, real men took a strictly gloves-off approach to the game. Our hairy-knuckled heroes were partial to taped hands, but tape was so grimy, so gauche. The King Tut look was a fleeting trend, as were those gooey substances that didn't stick around for long, and the aerosol sprays that kept hands from achieving the dry look. Now the 80s male is making a fashion statement with gloves. From the understated elegance of basic black to bulky but bright mittens that broadcast stylishness, gloves are a versatile accessory for the gridiron gadabout. They also ensure a smooth transition to après-game socializing.
I asked Russell Gary the other day. He was working out and he had gloves on. I asked him why he had his gloves on. He said his girlfriend didn't want him to have rough hands.
At every position, their hands have gone the way of bell-bottoms and leisure suits. And a receiver's sans gloves is like Brooke Shields without her Calvins.
When the weather turns into the very bitter cold, if you don't put something on your hands, you have almost no sensation for the ball. The interesting thing is, once they put them on for the year and begin to play with them as the weather turns into the cold weather, they don't like to take them off. Doesn't matter if it turns 85 degrees, they just get used to them.
If they like that and it makes them feel comfortable, I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference. I really feel like a kid can catch the ball just as well without one, but if he thinks he can catch it better with gloves on, put gloves on him.
I could care less what they got on. The whole bottom line is one thing. Can they catch it?
While gloves can hide blistered and blemished fingers, they can't cover up butterfingers. Since pass catcher and pass defender both keep their claws clad, football is no longer a matter of survival of the fittest, but rather a matter of whose gloves arrive the fastest and fit the best. In gloves, a player can appear so much more authoritative when making a point, which may be why offensive linemen are also wearing them.
Most linemen use a glove that was designed for boxers to hit the speed bag. When I was at Cleveland, we adapted it, and it was amazing the confidence it gave the offensive linemen when you put those gloves on their hands. The first 2 weeks of practice is a fight almost every day. They didn't have to worry about scraping their knuckles anymore.
Handsome handgear has lent a measure of savoir-faire to the brawny, beefy types who once preferred to bash without flash. Nothing quite makes a hit like a man wearing gloves. But the trend toward fingered finery in the NFL still has its skeptics.
I'm going to look into the